Welcome aboard the Auto Express multi-award winning car of the year, the brand new Skoda Octavia, which you can get from as little as £160 a month. There are bicycles more expensive than that.
Spend a little more and you get this one, the 2-litre TDI, which is so quiet you might even be convinced it's a petrol. I was. Skoda have also been respected now for many years.
For this kind of money, I wasn't really expecting very well. Actually, you know what? I was expecting nothing for this kind of money. But look what I've got here. I've got a big screen, a steering wheel which looks like it's come out of an S-Class, a virtual cockpit, and an array of different materials, from soft rubbery plastics to even this suede. It comes with an enormous boot, bigger than a VW Golf, and then when the seats are down you can carry more stuff than some estate cars. And if that's not enough room for you, well, you can tow with one of these. Even with a little 1 litre, you can tow 1,300 kilograms. Then you have the rear space, which is supposed to be cavernous, but it isn't. It's all right. The seats here are angled down slightly, which does give you a little bit more room, and then the back of this seat, good materials by the way, it's kind of cut in so you can get your knees in, but it isn't vast. But again, I'm pretty tall. Kids are going to love it in here, and people that go to offices will love it because you've got a little hook there for your shirt. Always have a hook for your shirt. Now there are 5 USBs, which the kids will also love because their phone will never run out of charge, and a special little phone holder there. Isn't that good? Although that is a design fault, Skoda, because everyone knows if your phone is in there then you can't do TikTok. You can even sleep in one of these if you get the estate version. They give you special pillows and a Skoda blanket, and there's more stuff to come because umbrellas. Hey, it's a Rolls Royce really, isn't it? Chances are you've already been in one of these because a lot of them are taxis.
Taxi!
And taxi drivers are wise. They choose these cars for a number of reasons. Number one, comfortable for the family or customers, easy to drive around in for hours and hours, and they don't go wrong. And if they do go wrong, they can get John, who does it at the taxi garage, to fix it, solenoid, for like 30 quid.
If you like comfort, the suspension is a win. So is the steering if you like it light. And believe it or not, this actually has less road noise than the Mercedes A-Class that we tested. It's smart looking too, although I'm not a fan of this colour, which I call Nan Blue. Aside from that, for me, as we will discover, the Octavia is looking great value for money.
What it isn't is particularly fast. 150 horsepower, 8 seconds 0 to 60, 60 odd miles to the gallon. That said, it's actually got quite a lot of torque for what it is, because the car feels quite light, and it's sort of, when you accelerate, it does, the front comes up. That is how you describe power now. Anyway, the big thing is the DSG gearbox. If you haven't actually watched any of my films before, you'll know that I want to marry that because of the speed it changes, the entertainment factor of it. In fact, the DSG gearbox is so good, some people have even changed brands because they want a car with a DSG gearbox. It's good, isn't it? Look, you've got a little screen wash funnel so you don't spill it. Like that. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is an engine. So don't look at that, because engines are... oh no. I thought this was something that was broken, bit of plastic. That's to make sure that when you're in a pay and display, your pay and display ticket is visible to the warden. Very important. Now, these seats are actually extremely good. Not only are they of good quality, but they're supportive and, dare I say, a little bit sporty. But if you have a little bit of an issue, say with your back, you can have an ergonomic seat upgrade, which is not very much money, and I think that's a nice idea for the market, yeah? Capture the whole audience. Try and be all-encompassing, right? Not too niche. I don't know. Anyway, that's your AdBlue. You can use the lorry pump, and this is a handy ice scraper, which you never knew you needed until you need it.
You also get a lady called Laura with the car, and you can awaken her with OK Laura commands or this button, and she provides an array of personal services.
My feet are cold.
Warming feet at the front right.
Tune to LBC.
No problem.
Standard kit also includes the virtual cockpit and a 10.5-inch screen with Apple and Android, and an emergency call system. For emergencies, there's also front assist, helping you stop in an accident, rear parking sensors, lane assist, and standard cruise control.
Anything else, you could probably just add on, which is an interesting point because Skoda are being extremely generous, I think, with their options. Here's an example. Radar cruise. How much do you think radar cruise is for one of these? Now, most cars, BMW, Mercedes, some of them charge you like £1,000 minimum for that. 450 quid. It might even be less than that. Now, when you're leasing, of course, you just add that onto your monthly payments. If you're leasing for 4 years, that is another 10 quid a month. That, and the fact that the prices you do find also include VED too. This is the main control center screen here with your vehicle settings. It's a bit like an iPad. The good thing is, if I now go to the menu, you can see all these hotkeys. These, oh look, background lighting. They haven't charged you for that. Well, it's in the price of the car. Yeah, we'll come back to that. This is the virtual cockpit, which I love the fonts and I love the graphic on this. I'm really surprised. I'm gonna go as far as to say I think I prefer this to the Audi one. I think the Audi, it's just, you know, it's just, everyone's different. Then if you press this button here, you've got a normal view there, then you've got the dials, and then you've got this mode, which I call Tron mode. So if you're in automation, lane departure, all you see is your speed, your range, what gear you're in, and whether you're in lane or not. Back over here though, what's really interesting, you don't need it because this system is very good. I press telephone, 2 buttons, Apple CarPlay. There we go. So every time I get in, no wire, every time I get in, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is the first Skoda, in fact one of the first manufacturers that I've seen that actually offers you that. Well, that's really good.
So even though you probably know a lot more about the Skoda Octavia than I do because you're an expert, one thing you might not know is how much they are to lease. And here on this website will be all the prices. Clever that.
The awards for this car have been coming in consecutively. It's now on its 5th year of winning something. And it's not just Auto Express that have given this an award. It's everybody else as well. Even the other publishers that fib a little bit from time to time. Right? So I'm going to add myself to that list because I think this is really good. Normally when something is of good value and it wins an award, you go, nah, hang on a minute. But no, I was expecting it to be rough around the edges and it just isn't. Okay, you could talk about the materials lower down in the car are not suede and they're not leather. They're a sort of a plasticky thing. But that, you know, that feels unfair for this kind of money. That's bullying. That's bullying, that is. There's only one final thing to do now, and that is to play a very important game called This or That. Now, the crew, of which there's millions, they're everywhere, mate. It's like Top Gear. It's a canteen over there if you want a biscuit. They've put down a series of cars on here for the same sort of money as you can get one of these for to help you decide by my choice. See whether you agree or not. Ford Focus, £162 a month. Prefer the older Ford Focus, so I'm going to go for this. VW Golf, £170 a month. This, but it's close. A3, who put an A3 on there? That's a lot more money, the A3, 200 and something, so I'd have the A3. Mazda 3, that's easy, this. Kia Ceed, now you see, now that is a difficult one because that's £150 to £200 a month, very good spec, good car, doesn't have a DSG, no, sorry, this. Finally, oh, Prius. Can you get a Prius for this kind of money? I'd have the Prius, that is what I would do. And there you go, what's that, 5 out of 7? That is how they did it. Car of the year. Auto Express, that's what they did. They got a load of cards. Steve, go down to Ryman's with you.
Here at Leasing.com, you can say goodbye to ever buying a car again and hello to a world of choice. Leasing is like simple hiring for everyone, but for a longer period. And when you lease, your monthly payment can often be less than both PCP or the car would lose in value, which means depreciation concerns become a thing of the past. Lease plans run from 12 months to 5 years and can be tailored to suit you. Most plans involve an initial one-off payment followed by smaller fixed monthly payments. So, no nasty surprises. All you need to do is arrange your own insurance and you're ready to go. And at the end of your contract, you simply return the vehicle with nothing more to pay. So you can start all over again. For more details, head to Leasing.com.